speed, but for the most part didn't take anyone to the ground. So hopefully on Monday we'll, get all the way down and dirty with it. But no, I mean today was a physical day, and it's humid, got a lot of sweat going, and it's nice to have those days where you get to the point where it really doesn't matter. You just kind of got to put your nose in there and get dirty with it. So it's kind of one of those days, and to be honest with you, those days sometimes aren't fun, but I think we needed it, and I think we did pretty good today.
So what's the expectation like this?
I mean, we're just always trying to improve. Coach Morris is saying, if we can even only get 1% better, just strive to get 1% better. So, really every day we come out here, we're just trying to improve what we do. Obviously trying to figure out different parts and strengths of our offense as far as our personnel goes, and just aiming to get better.
Right now, they're trying to battle and compete. We just ask to see improvement. We've got a long time before the first ball game, but we've had a good 8 days of practice. This being the first scrimmage, putting those guys in a game-like setting, coaches off the field. It'll be interesting to see.
Coach Sweeney said that it'd be critical week from the personnel staff doing that. Trying to narrow the focus on guys that we think can begin.
I think so. I think we'll have a better understanding of where we are after Monday. And again, put these guys in a scrimmage or a game-like setting. I think it'll be interesting to see how some of them. We got a lot of true freshmen out there on the field right now that are getting quality reps, and the game's moving awful fast for them, but they're catching on. Again, 8 practices in. I've been pleased with some of them, and the rest of them need to come on, but we are showing improvement. So we'll see. Again, it's hard to say right now, but we'll have a better understanding after Monday.
Sean hanging with the 2 older guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What gives you pause to be confident in how he's going?
Well, just his performance out on the field right now at this point. I think it's still a 3-person race, and I think all 3 of them are working extremely hard. All 3 of them have had their days. All 3 of them have had not so good days, and so they've all had their ups and downs. But we'll have a better understanding after Monday. And maybe try to settle in, with a guy for the rest of the week after Monday's performance. So we'll gauge it and judge it and see from there. But they're all 3 competing really hard. I'm really proud of all 3 of them.
Do you have field for us when you have the scrimmage opportunities? Is that a good benchmark of where those young corners are? That's all you got at this point.
Well, again, I think you have to look at the total body of work over time. So there's going to be good, there's going to be bad. Always a firm believer if you see him do it once, then you got to believe that it's there. So that gives you a reason to be optimistic. But the model of any really good football player is being consistent too. So that comes with maturity and gaining experience and things like that. So you'll find out who can handle those moments. When you're not guiding them and leading them the whole way, taking them by the hand, and who have a ways to go. But so we'll see. Once we do a full scrimmage under our belts.
We went into last season, and you mentioned you were one of those 3-year starting guys to step up and take the reins when the freshmen would wait their turn. Now that those guys are in a position to play, but you still got guys like Gary and Martin. I mean, same philosophy, or do you ask more out of those young guys because you're going to need them?
Oh, they need, they're going to have to, not going to ever act like a 3rd-year player, or a 4th-year senior, or a 5th-year senior for that matter. These young guys, but just being, do they have the mental capacity to come out and compete every day, having the right kind of intensity, the right kind of focus, the right kind of maturity to put bad plays behind them. Those are things that you want and you hope that they're able to do. So we'll see. Well, T.J. Burrell and Dorian O'Daniel have got the majority of the reps. Corn he's had a pulled hamstring, so he's missed a good reps, but it's been great for those guys. I'm really pleased with both of those guys. TJ, really, this is kind of his year that I expect him to really get both feet in the boat and start to mature and be the kind of player that we believe he can be. And Dorian's learning, on the fly and has done a terrific job. He's a competitor, he's very athletic. So I like both those guys. They're both physical, they're explosive guys for smaller athletic guys. And, so that's kind of where we're at with those guys right now.